Hi, good evening. Today's video we will discuss about Chapter 1, Social Studies, History, and Geography. So by the way, my name is Ira. So I will be your teacher today. And again, the Chapter 1, this one, as you can see in my screen, is all about social studies, history, and geography. Yeah, so we have here people move from place to place, moving to a new community. So this one is the activity number 1. It's all about people that move from other places because maybe for their job, for their education. And I have here some keywords. So the first word we have here, grow up. So when we say grow up, it means to change from being a child to being an adult. Okay, so that is the word grow up. So if it's past tense, we usually say that our code grew up. So I have here example of the word grow up. So she grew up on a Pennsylvania farm. So as you can see, I have here the word grew up. So when we say grew up, it's also the same with grow up, but this one is the past tense of the word grow up. And the next word we have here, immigrant. So when we say immigrant, this one is a person who has come to a different country in order to live there permanently. Like for example, they will go to another place and then they will settle in that country because maybe they don't like in their previous country. So in order for them to live there, because maybe the environment is okay, it's good, and of course their loved ones is also there, so that is why there are some people that they will go to another country to live there permanently. So we have here also the in a sentence, the word immigrant in a sentence. So a large immigrant population. So for example, because there are some people that they prefer to live in that country, so usually there is a lot of percent of people or immigrant people, population of immigrant. And then we have here look for. So when we say look for, maybe someone, person, or something. It means to search for someone or something. You will look for your loved ones, you will look for a thing. Yes, and we can also use that in a sentence like here, I'm looking for Jim. Have you seen him? For example, you are looking for someone, you're looking for Jim. Right? Look for. Because now you are looking for Jim, so you need to use the ing form. I'm looking for Jim. Have you seen him? And then the next word we have here, opportunity. So when we say opportunity, it is an occasion or situation that makes it impossible to do something that you want to do or have to do, or the possibility of doing something. Okay, like for example, if you want to look for something better, so sometimes you need to grab that opportunity, like for your job or something that it's really okay for you. So yeah, so you need to grab that opportunity. And then we have here, of course, we will use that in sentence. So everyone will have an opportunity to comment. Next word we have here, improve. So when we say improve, it means to cause something to get better. Improve your knowledge, your skills, especially your English skills. I want to improve. I want to make it better. So we have here example of the word improve. I thought the best way to improve my French was to live in France. So if you want to improve your knowledge in that language, so usually you need to stay or to live in that country. Yes, and the next one we have here the word sick. When we say sick, it means to search for something or to try to find or obtain something, to looking for, sick, search. So we have here the example sentence of the word sick. So the government is seeking ways to reduce the cost of healthcare. And so now, there are some governments that they look for something better to reduce the cost of the healthcare wherein now we are facing coronavirus, so usually it's very expensive when it comes to the costs of the medicine. So there are some government that they will look for ways to reduce the cost of the healthcare. And then freedom. So when we say freedom, this one is the condition or the right of being able or allowed to do, say, think, etc. So whatever you want to without being controlled or limited. So it is your right to do whatever you want. So as a human, of course, you have the right to do everything that you want. Like now, you have the right to explore, like you're not being controlled by other people. So it's your will to do that. So we have here the example sentence of the word freedom. So children are allowed much more freedom these days. Children love to do everything. So there are some parents that they allow their children to explore on themselves. Next, as we have here, education. So when we say education, this one is the process of teaching or learning, especially in a college in a school or college, maybe, or the knowledge that you can get from this education. And we have here, it is important for children to get a good education. So if you want to have a better life in the future, so of course, when you're still young, you need to study hard so that you will have a good education. You will look for a better job in the future because you have a good education, good background. And we have here next word, obey. So when we say obey, to act according to what you have been asked or ordered to do by someone in authority, or to behave according to a rule, law or instruction. So here, like for example, in each country they have a lot of rules that you need to follow. So you need to obey, follow the authority, right? Follow, like now, we are facing coronavirus, so you need to obey, to follow that you need to wear a mask when you go outside. Or if the government said that if you need to stay inside your house, so you need to follow that. Because that is also for your safety. And we have here the soldiers refuse to obey orders. So there are some soldiers maybe they refuse to follow that order from their senior or from other person. Yes, so that is for the keywords of this unit. So again, here, the unit 1, it's all about people move from place to place, moving to a new community because maybe they want to, they will look for other opportunity in that country, so they move. Okay, so we have here the story that we need to read in this unit 1. So, okay, I will read first in this passage. So, some people live in the same places for their entire lives. So they grow up, find jobs, and become old in the same city or town. So yeah, there are some people that they love to live in that place, in their hometown. So they don't want to go to another country to explore because they already love to stay in that place. So when they was young until now, when they have already family, they still there, living in a good life. But of course, in another side of other people move from place to place. So they don't want to stay only in that place. They want to explore more. So that is why they will move from place to place. So they move a nearby city or another state. For example, here in the Philippines, so if you don't want to live in this place, you will go to another part of the Philippines. But there are some other people that they don't like Philippines. There are some, but that's why they will go to another country and stay there, settle there. So they move to a nearby city or another state, or some people even move to different countries. So as what I've said, there are some other people, they will go to another countries and then they will find a job and then they will stay there. So we call these people immigrants. So again, when we say immigrants, it means that they will go to another country and then they will live in that place. So we call this people immigrants. Okay, so again, that is unit 1. People move from place to place, moving to a new community. And next for this one, we have here, of course, yes. So why do people move to a new community? So this one is a question. So why? Why is it? There are some people prefer to stay in a place, their hometown, but there are some people prefer to move to another community. So for what reason? So mostly they are looking for better opportunities. They are looking for opportunities. Right? Maybe they want to grab that opportunity because that is only once in a lifetime. So why not? Right? And then of course to improve their lives. Because maybe if they will stay only in their hometown, they will not live happy ever after. So that is why they will just move to another country, and they think that maybe if they will move there, they think that their lives will also, there is a changes in their lives. So looking for opportunities to improve their lives. And then an opportunity is a chance for something better to happen. So yeah, why not? So people often move to find a better life for themselves or their children. So if you have children and you think that in your hometown, if you will stay there, there is no changes in your lifestyle. So sometimes because they think for their future, for their children, they will love to go to another country or to explore to another country, and then they will find a better lifestyle there. So, and some people even more, some people even move to another country to seek freedom, right? Look for freedom. So because, for example, in their country, they cannot do this, they cannot do that. So in order for them to have freedom, right? So they will move to another country, because in that country, you can do whatever you want. So that is also one of the reasons why there are some people like to move to another country. Okay, so what can people do in a new community? So for example, because you don't like in your hometown, so you will move to another country. So the first thing is, what can people do in a new community? Because that is your new place, that is your new home. So what you're gonna do? So they can find a new jobs, get a better education, or maybe, of course, make friends. So if you will move because, of course, for your job, right? Because if you will live there and then you will look for your better opportunities for your job, so yeah, why not? They pay triple than if you will stay in your hometown. Or of course, get a better education, because maybe in that country you have a better life because the education is really good, that it really suits for your characteristic or for yourself. And yeah, make friends. So this one is also one of the reasons why there are some people that they like to move to another country, because to make friends, they want to see another culture, another person from another country. So they can also try to become a part of it, right? And then they should obey the community laws and respect other people, so that the community becomes a good place to live. So if you are a new citizen in that country, so the best thing that you need to do is to obey the laws, right? Yeah, even though in your previous country, you still need to do that. And if you will move to another country, you still need to obey the laws and respect other people. So I think that is the best thing that you need to do if you move or stay in your hometown, is to respect each other, right? And people in a community becomes a good place to live. So if you have a good future, a good country, a good education, a lot, so maybe your life is really wonderful. Okay, so again, the Unit 1, it's all about people move from place to place and moving to a new community. So how about you? What do you want? Is it you prefer to stay forever in your hometown, or maybe you want to explore, you want to move also because you don't like your country, because you don't like the government, and maybe because you want to explore something, especially if you want to have a better life in the future. Yeah, so again, that's all for this one. So as you can see here, people move, in the picture, people move from place to place. Okay, so this is the map. We have here Canada, United States, and Mexico. So my family, so the girl says here, my family moved to a new city because of my father's job. So there is one of the reasons why there are some families that they will go to another country because of their parents' job. Right? So they want to live together with their father. So you need to adjust themselves to go to another place and then live there. Okay, and we have here, of course, what questions? So what is the passage mainly about? So we're talking about what? Is it letter A, why people move, where people move, or letter C, how people move? Yes. So we have here again passage mainly about why people move, right? Why is it the reason people move to another country? So this one is letter A. So why people move? Okay, very good. So people now proceed to second question. So people often move because they want better. Is it families, lives, or automobiles? Families because they want families, lives, or automobiles? Yeah, so this one is letter B. Because people often move because they want a better life. Because, for example, if they will stay in their hometown, there's nothing that they can do, right? So that is why they will look or seek another opportunities in another country. And then number 3, what should people do in their new communities? So if you are new in that place, what should you do? What is the best thing that you need to do? Right? So is it letter A, need to invite their neighbors to their homes, or obey the laws of their communities, and letter C, teach people about their own cultures? Yes. So again, as what I've said earlier, if you're new in that place, you're new in that community, so you need to obey the laws of their community. Okay, very good. And then we have here number 4. What does seek mean? We say seek. Yes, when we say seek, it means that you are, is it A, look for, create, or letter T, obey? Yeah, so when we say seek, it means look for. You're looking for a better opportunity. So seek for a better opportunity. Yeah, and last, I think this one's the last. So you need to complete the sentences. So we have here some people stay in the same city for their, what is it? There are some people, they prefer to stay in their hometown for their blank lives. Okay, so when we say the first one, entire lives, in a whole life that they have. So they prefer to stay there forever for their entire lives. And letter B, people move to get blank to improve their lives. But there are some people that they prefer to stay in their hometown, but there are some people move to get better opportunities to improve their lives, right? And lastly, we have here some people move to another country because they want, why? Because maybe if they will stay in their country, they cannot do that. They cannot do this thing. You're not allowed to do this. But if you will go to another country, maybe they can do whatever they want. No one will say, oh, you can't do that. So that is why some people move to another country because they want freedom. Yes, freedom. Okay, so freedom, of course, when we say freedom, you can do everything. No one will control you. No one can say no in that because it's your freedom, it's your will to do that. Okay, and then again, I think that's all for this one. So again, thank you for this opportunity to give you the lesson about the lesson 1. So then again, tomorrow we will do this and continue discussing the lesson 2. So if you want to have any questions or suggestions, you can write it down. So again, enjoy the rest of your night and have a good night. Bye bye.